Much for joining me on this day. If this is your first time in my life, my name is Chief Apostle Samuel Jr. I am the apostle and pastor of Apostolic Faith of Jesus Christ Incorporated, and my beliefs are deeply rooted in the ATRS. Those are the African traditions. On my platform, I do not teach my personal opinions, neither do I teach my practices. I teach universal laws which are applicable to each and every one of you guys. Some of you guys are beginners, intermediate, or advanced. Some of you guys sit on the sideline. What I teach on my platform, I teach for Christians that practice the ATR and people that have left the church that still practice ATR, but they got a lot of Christianity in them. I want to help those that really want to understand what real magic is, and I deal with subject matters that I know that apply to each and every one of you guys. Whether I am talking about a specific gender, it still applies to everybody, or whether you're interacting with that gender, that energy, that frequency, that vibration. I appreciate many of you guys in the new year that how you've been supporting. And to all of you guys that got your New Year's candles, and let me tell y'all something, the conjure was off the roof. So I'm just expecting so much out of what we did on yesterday. What's up there, unveiling and my Piscean energy? Yes, sir. She's in the house. Then we got Tree Rhonda, my Aries in the house. They jealous sweet Gemini. Look at that. Look at here. On Tuesday, as above, so below, we're talking about Mars energy, guys. I am rocking my Fetty Foon Shango. I'm going to be talking about something. Now, if you got a man, or you want a man, or you got sons, you got nephews, like this, if they're going to practice the ATRs, and if they're going to be anything significant in these, as the old people say, last evil days, this is the live. I want to tell you right now, before I get started, this is not children's church. Even on Sunday, we don't do cheering church. If you ain't grown enough to sit in my live, sir, man, wait till you grow up. Wait till you have the capacity and the morality about yourself to sit down and hear unadulterated truth. You understand? I'm going to be saying some stuff today. I'm a 50-year-old man. What's up there? Mama Susan in the house. What's that Gemini? What she put on that stuff? Oh, hot. That lady's something else. What's up there, my Natasha Foster? Good day unto you. We're talking about Mars energy. Y'all, my moon is in Aries. So I have a lot of masculine energy. You understand? I got masculine energy to spare. You understand? God has been good. I'm going to be saying some stuff today that going to make you cringe, even if you're a woman. Because this is the stuff that I want to change in our male vendors out here when it comes to the ATR. So I'm gonna get so real. Okay, y'all think I'm real, but it's gonna get even realer. 69. Where's 69 at? I wish yet. Did I miss her? Renee, has Renee come in? Oh, Tasha, don't be throwing them numbers out there. I get distracted with them numbers. That like, when you got whole tendency, when you see certain numbers, it's like you putting freaking cheese in front of a rat and putting a carrot in front of a rabbit. It's like putting a bone in front of a dog. Hey, just be careful, y'all. Y'all know I guess that these hosts tendency be strong. Even though I'm walking in my power, my anointing, and all of that, these hosts tendency be like spider sense. Anyway, but this is truly our platform, and I want y'all to understand that I really come on here to help, and I try to be as candid. I try to be real, because at the end of the day, whether you accept this truth today or tomorrow, it's real. Let me tell y'all something. Mother Susan told me last night she got an A on her the live last night, and all she wanted to talk about was my outfit that I had on. She talking about how the muscles in my leg. I said, out of everything I was talking about, all she was talking about that's what she learned. And she said, that's what every one of y'all learned last night, that Apostle Ely has a physique. You didn't learn nothing about what I was talking about. I said, that's not true. She said, ask them. I guarantee you they were looking. She said, when you cross your legs, I can see the muscles in your thighs and in your calves. I said, and this is the mother of my church. But only I can pick them like that. So I love her, but she would. We talked for a minute. Mother Susan went in on me. But I want to tell y'all guys, I am so impressed with how you guys came in and showed up and showed out on with our New Year's candles. And when I tell you guys, like, I hope you appreciate the opportunity for me to open up my Orishas and my Nkisi, my Loa, whatever I practice, and allow that energy to flow in your life. And I hope that many of us take it more seriously than we did in 2023, and that we understand that we can't afford to keep losing Malcolm X. We can't afford to lose a Martin Luther King. Like, none of us are gonna be perfect. I need us to really sink that in. We got to stop living our life like we're going to find a Barack Obama. Ain't no man is going to fit your ideal in every area of life. That is the most of all of us. I don't care what it is about him that you might like majority of what he's going to, but you're not going to like everything about that man. But that's a good man. That is a man that we need still on the front line. We don't have the luxury that other races got out here, because we don't have a lot of Apostle Elias out here. So the idea that we not trying to fortify and to protect that, and until we get other vessels out here on the main line, we can't afford to be losing our vessels. Do you understand? What's up there, my baby Scorpio in the house? What's up there, Jeremy? Now, to all of y'all that don't understand what I stand for, I stand for melanated energy, frequency, and vibration. I don't stand for Christianity. I don't stand for voodoo. Those are vehicles. I stand for in those traditions. I'm here for real magic. I am not going to participate in hoodoo if there's no real magic. I'm not going to participate in Christianity. I don't care about Kemet. I don't care nothing about who built the pyramids in Egypt, because if it's not benefiting me and I can't utilize the science behind it, there's no reason for me to be out here advocating and talking about who were the original people when I can't show them the original. You understand? If you are the original, redo what you have done or do something greater. Even Jesus said in the word, when I go with greater works you shall do. So if the original people started this, then we should be doing greater. So we should outdo the pyramids. Okay? And we can't get there because of what we're going to talk about today. We can't get there because of what we're going to discuss today. And like I said, sir and ma'am, if you have already been with this type of man, I'm going to explain something to you. And that's whether you're an Ifa, Voodoo, Santeria, Lakumi, Congo, and Palo. One thing I don't have time for is to be out here lying and be out here bumping my gums. Okay? So let's proceed. Now, first of all, let me say this. Hello, salutations to my Madrina, to my Padrino, to my Oba, also to Pisces, Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Aquarius, Cancer, Sagittarius, Scorpio, Libra, and Virgo, and Libra. Now, thank you to each and every one of y'all guys. So, I didn't disappoint you in 2023. I see no reason to disappoint you in 2024. You understand? So, here we go. Brace your pubic hairs. Now, my subject is your fragile ego interrupts your growth in the ATRS. Okay? Your fragile ego interrupts the growth in the ATRs. All of these sciences are just like going to a gym. You got many gyms out there. They got different names. They got similar equipment. Some of them got more advanced equipment. But at the end of the day, every ATR is like going to a gym. And you're working out your energy, your frequency, and your vibration. And I want to talk about a subject matter today in the practice of magic and the practice of spirituality. And I want to talk about not only the ego, but I want to talk about the fragility of the ego and why you hear so much on the social media platform about the fragile male ego. And I'm going to explain this in a way that my brothers and sisters that want to listen from a man's perspective, why you have to contend with that. And why that is still existing, no matter how in the age of Aquarius, how much information is being gotten, how much we are returning back to our roots, so to speak, you're still dealing with the same type of behavior. And now listen, I don't expect you to go home and start no fight with your man or start no fight with your woman behind this message. What I intend for you to do is get the information, reevaluate yourself, and as a grown man or woman, make decisions, okay? Now, first of all, let's talk about Mars energy. Mars energy is about action. It's about activation. So that's why I'm very big on being proactive. I know that most people spend a lot of their time and energy and setting their life up to respond to situations. I don't live like that. I set my life up to create the reality I want to live in and defend against anything that tries to change that reality. I'm going to say that again. I spend my time creating a reality that I want to live in, and when something comes up to interfere in that, I spend my energy defending my reality against it. I don't let life happen to me. I live life. Okay? I don't let life happen to me. I don't let circumstance happen to me. And when things happen in my life, I go and I make the arrangements. I take action. I can cry through it. I can scream through it. I can get pissed off through it. But at all times, like a Nehemiah on the wall, my progression is I'm still moving forward. This is why I told y'all about the frog. A frog, no matter how you corner it, it has to hop forward. If you are still at this stage in your life, always stepping back instead of stepping forward, you're not learning up on Apostle Ely. I don't care if you sinking, keep swimming forward. I don't care if you slip and fall, but fall forward. There's a lot of touchdowns have taken place that they got sacked, they got hit, but they fell forward. Some of y'all fall to the side, you fall backward. You ain't doing this right. At this point in the season of life, you should have heard enough from Apostle Ely to make an understanding what he really talking about. You have control about where you fall. Now, Psalms 20 verse 7. Let's go there, because we're going to get to some nitty gritty. It says in verse 7 through 8, it says, some trust in chariots and some in horses, but we will remember the name of the Lord our God. They are brought down and fallen, but we are risen and stand upright. Now, let's talk about this. Sir, this is what happens when you get into, as long as you're not in a relationship, as long as a gay straight up, as long as you're not in the ship, when you're not in a relationship, you're able, as a man, I'm trying to be in that. Baby, don't try to go ahead and, it's so simple. All you got to do is go on my website and book that class. It's just that simple, baby. Action, action. Now, let me say this. Now, I'm not fit to pander to the fragility. What I want you guys to understand, in order in life to be successful, interacting with people, energy, and frequency, you cannot be shallow. Okay? You have to have depth. You have to have depth. In order for a building to go high, it must have depth in the earth. It has to be grounded. What happens is, most men, if he got good looks, but he's still shallow. If he's smart, he's still shallow. If he good at making money, he's still shallow. If he is good in sex, he is still shallow. What happens a lot of times where men don't understand is listen to their mamas and stuff. It take more than looks. This is something I learned from my Virgo mother. You got to have more than just looks. This must be depth. When people get involved with you and they realize that all you hanging everything on about every aspect of your life is your good looks, that means you shall. And that means, sir, ma'am, you can be broken. What I mean by fragility, people that even have good things about themselves, because there's no depth behind them, there's no grounding behind that, that's all you about. That's all you hanging everything that you got to get in this life off your looks. If you smart, everything about you, people realize that if they outsmart you, there goes your confidence. Everything about you, depending on what it is. If it's about your money, that woman knows, or that man knows, if you into men, that man knows. That's all you got to do is take away his money and he don't have no more confidence. When people realize how fragile you really are, after you done presented whatever it is, your little 9 to 5, and listen, I'm not slamming nobody, just hear what I'm saying. The reason why the respect in the relationship begins to dwindle is because there's no depth behind the things that you do. Because the thing that you think that all you got to do is what you presented. And that's not the truth. The thing about when it comes down to spirituality, there's depths to the divine. There's depths to the divine. And there's depths to your process. And in that, there's a constant growth. So when people realize when they come around me, oh, he's good looking, but there's more to him than being good looking. He's able to make money, but there's more. When people realize that they can get involved with you or they can listen to you over and over again and still find out that there's depth behind the wisdom. There's depth behind the understanding. There's depth behind the sex. There's depth behind. This man can make money, but it's deeper than that. This man is go out here. He is a fighter, but it's deeper than that. You cannot just be out here and when that man or woman get in a relationship with you, all they know is that once you have made the paycheck, you done. Once you done bust a nut, you done. Once you done look good, ain't nothing else after that. And so therefore it gets boring because you yourself, you don't know how to build on what God has given you. You don't know how to build on what God has given you. You don't know how to build on what the ancestors are giving you. You don't know how to build on what their reaches are giving you. You yourself, you just like the one that had the one talent and you buried it. You felt like that all you got to present to this world is what God has blessed you with. You think your gift don't have to make room. You think that whatever you got going on, sir, I don't care if you running a multi-million-dollar. She knows eventually that that's all you standing behind. Your level of confidence has to be in something beyond what you present to this world. The real. Come on here. Now let me tell you something. Oh, you wait. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, you know you. Oh, you did. My apologies. I get Monique to send you the beginner class. I do apologize if that's what's going on. Lydia, what's up there, baby? My Fedi Funo Shum. Now, a lot going on. If I miss it, let me tell y'all something. I'm gonna tell y'all, even me as a man, when I walk around other men, a man, when he has fragile ego, he feels that he has a job and that's all he has to do. The idea that he has a roof over his head. I want y'all to really hear what I'm saying. The idea that he does not understand that it is deeper than that. The idea that he sent child support and he don't realize it's deeper than that. The idea that he comes home and he's faithful, he don't realize it's deeper than that. The idea that he feel like he go to church, he don't realize it's deeper than that. The idea that you pray, you think that's all it's in. No, when a woman can figure you out because you don't realize that all it is your job. All it is your business. All it is your sport or your career. You have no depth behind that particular situation. When they get with a man that is constantly evolving, when they get with a man that is constantly in like the lotus flower, each one of those layers, that's what keeps her respecting you. That's what keeps him respecting you because they realize that let me tell y'all something. I would supersede my paycheck with UPS. Because there's depth to me. And just like because I got crowned my Fedi from Oya, there's going to be depth behind that. I'm not just presenting the crowning of Oya. I'm not just presenting my initiation because that is only one phase of what attracts people. What's behind the curtain is what keeps them. I'm going to say it again. This is why I don't worry about people when they decide to go off and try to figure out it's other people. Let me tell you something. It takes work to have depth to who you are in your personality, who you are in your gift, your talent. And guess what? While you spending time talking about what somebody else is doing and what somebody else is going, listen, I wouldn't even be here this morning. I went to work this morning and found out I was on vacation. That's why I'm back on live right now, because I found out on vacation. Now I can go and take care of everything else I need to do with my orders and everything else, because I'm on vacation. You understand? Paid vacation, by the way. Let me tell y'all something. I know that women want men to evolve overnight. I know other gay men or bisexual men want men to evolve overnight. That is ignorant as hell. To want a skyscraper to go up in 30 days and be able to handle the winds and the rains and the storms of life is idiotic. The idea that you want that man to be able to stand rooted and grounded and not take out the time to dig deep enough in his life so he can put his roots deep into the earth. So therefore, when the challenges of life begin to challenge not only the branches, the leaves, whether it's the top of the tree or the trunk of the tree, it has the roots rooted and grounded to endure hardness as a good soldier. I have told people I was born with my gift, but I had to have depth beyond just having gifts. Because when people get around you, they need to know that you're more than just gifted. People need to know that you're more than just a preacher. They need to know that you're just more than a person that can spit knowledge. They need to know that you're more than a man that can lay pipe. Not only can I lay pipe in the natural, I can lay pipe in the spirit. You understand? It is very important that you do not make the full circumference of your existence on just that you are the CEO of a company, or you're just an employee of a particular business, or you're just somebody's husband. If you want to entertain for a long period of time chaos energy, which is feminine energy, then you're going to have the masculine energy that is going to have to entertain and immerse to where that feminine energy, no matter whether she tried you on a Monday or Tuesday, on an afternoon, or whether she tried you in the midnight hour, she's still coming with the same conclusion. That energy, chaos energy, is going to constantly try masculine energy. She don't care how smart you were, how many tests you had on Monday. You're going to have to, goddamn it, pass them tests on Tuesday. Why you ain't come to that conclusion? Your manhood is more than just a job. Your manhood is masculine energy. Your manhood is being able to mold and shape and redirect feminine energy. The universe, scientifically, is constantly expanding. So if her wound is constantly expanding, you need to expand too. You can't, if she enlarged her territory, can you feel the space of that territory? Can you fill her up like Whitney Houston said, fill me up? What if she wants to grow in her consciousness? What if she wants to grow in her mind? What if she wants to become the many-breasted one? What if she enlarged her territory, her womb? What if she expand her wisdom? Can you feel that space? And the only way that you can feel that space, you got to have depth. You got to be more than just smart, sir. She, just like Bathsheba, she exhausted herself. You got to wear that ass out. When she go back and learn some more, when she come back, you will wear that ass out. When she go and work out and she evolve and transform into Wonder Woman, you wear that ass out. When she lift up her sword and say, by the power for the honor of grace, going to become She-Ra, you wear that ass out. Chaos energy will challenge you over and over again, because that's what it is. It's not her fault you have no depth, because you won't listen to other men. It don't matter how many times a male lion defends that his tribe. He gonna be challenged. Nobody cares. See, you cool when you young, dumb and full of cum. But what happens when you get older and you have not evolved and you don't have other depths in other areas of your life? Then there's nothing to entertain. And now that chaos energy becomes bored. They have learned everything they need to learn from you as the devourers of the universe. And they move on to another form of masculine energy that is constantly expanding. Sir, you got to be, let me tell y'all something. My mama told me this. She said, I don't care how good your sex is. It take more than that. After that sex, she gonna be hungry. If you're having sex with a man, after the sex, they're gonna be hungry. Can you feed a bitch? Do you got your own tub? Do you got your own soaps or cleaning products? Dude, it got to be more than it got to be more than just we paying bills. We struggling. What have you learned from the last struggle that I can have trust in your? Because I keep watching you embrace. All you want to do is find another hole to make you feel like a man. That's not the job of feminine energy, sir. That's not the job. You're fragile. This is why they clown you. Because there's always another woman that can challenge what you're talking about, because you are without that, you finna run. And I wrote down here, that's why when challenged or threatened, you run, because you hear the crackling of your ego. You didn't learn nothing. I talk this on my platform all the time, and I don't know why men don't listen to me. Bathsheba didn't need Samson's anointing. I don't know what make you think because you done accomplished certain things in this thing called life that means something to a woman. That don't mean nothing to chaos energy. Chaos energy don't care that mountain been sitting there for 400,000 years. Chaos energy will bring that damn mountain down to a valley. Chaos energy does not care that Grand Canyon been there for millions and millions of years. Chaos energy will come as a comet and destroy all that shit. You the one got to endure. You got to deal with that chaos energy. You sitting up here thinking that because you went out there and you bring her, that woman think you the man of the house, so she don't think that. If she loved you, she still wouldn't tell you. Because she know your ego. She could not have a real conversation with you. You got your chest stuck out and she's sitting there trying to figure out why. Because even with the tools you got, you don't know how to expand on them. And you should have learned that from your father. You should have learned how to maximize your potential from your father. Because when a woman has to assist you in your masculinity, she gives you no credit for your masculinity. When a woman has to help you think, she's not going to give you credit. You can help a woman all day long. That is our job, to guide feminine energy. But once that woman, see, the women that guided me were the women that birthed me. This is why when I get in a relationship with women, I tell them all that I got a mammy. If I don't want to hear what my mama got to say, I most certainly don't want to hear what you got to say or your mama. I don't need you to guide my energy. And if you don't trust my energy, you can jump ship. See, to ask for a man or masculine energy in your, or Shango in your life, you got to understand that even my head, Orisha, my Fedifun Oya, she got her power from Shango. And she wasn't taking no shit off Shango. When masculine energy, Shango didn't go around and try to take back what he gave to Oya. He didn't do that. He still was the man. Because if you was the man before, you still the man now. If you was masculine energy before, you still the masculine energy now. So if you are all of that, sir, man, when you are being challenged by life, all she's doing is sitting watching how you operate in your arche. Women like to see men subdue their challenges. And as you are challenged mentally and emotionally and sexually, when people challenge your stance in life, when the government comes, women sit there and watch. I can literally stand in front of my baby mamas right now and get them wet and don't even have to touch them. Huh? Because they know what's behind this. They know the depth that behind. And they know that I have grown even before the last time they seen me. See, when women see you constantly evolving, you're constantly getting wiser, you're constantly gaining ground in life, this is what lets them know there's depth to you. Huh? Those that get with me understand that even when UPS comes short, this is why I tell you guys about trusting in your divine energy and frequency and vibration, because what is going to increase when you are at your wit's end and there's no way to be made, now you must become the God of making a way out of no way. You don't sit there and tell a divine goddess that, well, I did the best I can. What do you mean? Huh? What are you talking about? You make it happen. That's what men do. And if you are not ready to come out on the turf of the field called life, then you should be on the porch watching other men. This is what the lion cubs do. They watch them hunt. They watch them do the things they do. And they emulate that because it's innate in them. But some of y'all won't let these men that are men out here, I don't care if they're gay, straight or bi, teach these men how to get depth in their life. So therefore, when you get in a relationship with him, when he sees the light bill, when he sees the mortgage, when he's being challenged by other men or challenged by other situations, circumstances, he's not cowering down, that he walks into his depth and then he goes into the chamber, because that's when you go to the roots. Because y'all, anybody understand science? That's where the nutrients is in the bottom. When you the ancestor, when we pour out libation on Mother Earth, on the ground, and we go to the bottom. And we draw our strength. And then we come up and we handle business. All this talking about, oh, I'm trying, she won't let me. Oh my God. Oya was a powerhouse to go up against Shango. Exactly. And she wasn't scared at all. And I'm going to go there. There's some women, I don't care how great you are, they have no fear. And even if you prevail to them, they still don't have no fear. They're going to give you your props. The idea that you think every woman going to bow to you is not happening. And she's still going to honor you because she knows you are for a formidable foe. There's the women out here on this social media that have challenged me, that are powerhouses. They sell. The reason why they still feel the way they feel. They feel the same way they felt before they even got into warfare with me. But one thing they're gonna do is give Apostle Ely his credit, his honor, because they realize it's more than just having a good looking face. They know there's more than me out here running my mouth. Most people are shocked when they find out that I have the depth that I have, because most men that look like me, that's all they got to offer. Most men that got a slung, and most men that got endowed, that's all they got. Most men that got money, that's all they got. It's fragile. And once you get beyond that right there, you ain't got nothing. If you want to understand why there's no depth, there's no pages behind your cover. When she opened up your book, what you presented to her, whether that was your money, whether that was your career, whether that was your sex, whether that was your look, after she opens up the books, there's nothing on the pages. And the only way there's going to be something written on them pages, you got to take out time to live to be able to put something on them pages so she can read your story. But all you've been spending time in doing, keep presenting the cover of your book to every woman that is enticed by what you're offering. And once she gets in there and begins to read your story, she finds out it's not a novel. It's a short story. She finds out later it's a cliff note. Huh? You got all that meat, but ain't got no stamina. Because instead of you training your body, because guess what? What good is a piece of wood that ain't workable? What good it is for to be able to make money and you don't know how to be a father? You don't know how to nurture. You don't know how to cultivate. You got all that land. You done inherited all these opportunities, but somebody got to tell you how to handle your business. What woman gonna respect you when she got to help you handle your business? You walk around if it wasn't for my wife. I told you this. Let me tell you, women don't like this, but they respect this. Because what a woman gets out of a man walking in his energy is that if he's able to stand up against you, he's able to stand up against your enemies. And the reason why a lot of these women do not have levels of confidence in relationship is because these men are not being raised or trained or challenged by other men. And so therefore they don't have depth to them. And so therefore they have been delusioned to believe all he got to do is do this or that. And now all of a sudden you're going to have all this enormous respect for him. Sir, you can have 12 companies, 47 degrees, be a black belt, be a sumo wrestler. You can have 14 gold medals and she'll still bring your ass to the ground. Because you think everything about you is in your accomplishment. And you think she's going to respect you just because you accomplished that. You got to have more depth than that, sir. Nobody cares that I slayed the bear or the dragon. She say, slay me. You see what Elijah said? Jezebel told Elijah, do to me what he had already showed her, seen the resume. She had already heard from her own servants that he did what he did, and it fazed her not. What you gonna do when a woman is not moved by that? Now you don't feel like a man. Huh? When she's no longer impressed because you got 9, 10, 11 inches. When she's no longer impressed because you make over 6 figures. And this is what get me with the fragile men out there. You sitting there looking at how she's challenging a man that got way more going on in his life than you got, and got way more depth about what he got going on in his life, and you ain't taking notes. Because you already know you can't weather none of them storms that brother is weathering. If you was in my position and going through the things I get, how many you would have been folded? Huh? You would have been like a kite in the wind. She'd have blew your ass away and destroyed you in the sky before you ever hit the ground. Because you have no depth. You don't know. You ain't let nobody sit you down and tell you why you need to have depth in your, whatever your profession is. You need to have depth in your life. So they see you constantly evolving. And women are only going to respect the evolution. One thing about Oya, one thing about Oshun, one thing about Yemiya, when Shango comes out of that palm tree, they know he for the handle business. We're talking about action. Sir, how can you take action if you don't have tools? How can you take action and you don't have knowledge and experience? This is where I get upset with women. You got to let this man go through something so he can have something up under his belt. He can't pull that out his ass. That's why men become more valuable the older they get. The Negro that I was at 21 I'm way more valuable now because I have so much up under my belt. Huh? It's what's up under that man's belt that he's experienced, that he can take action in certain areas. He can resolve certain situations. He can have certain levels of communication. There's depth to him. You can actually learn. How many women on my platform are yet smart themselves, but constantly learning from me? She knows she can't learn nothing from you. She don't learn all you have to offer. If she go anything beyond what y'all at right now, she got to do that on her own. If she want to take the child and she want more for her kid, she already knows she's the one got to go out there and figure it out. Because you're not interested in enlarging your territory. You're not interested in growing your masculine energy. Most of the people that encounter me, they found out there's more to Apostle Eli than just how he talks, how he interacts, how he responds. It has to be, I'm not out here putting just titles. I'm not out just here talking about six figures. Because at the end of the day, spirits don't care nothing about that. So when it comes down to warfare, when it comes down to situations and circumstances, sir, the fragility comes in because there's no depth. And what happens to most men, once they realize that's not going to shake that man or woman, because everybody got different things that float their boat, then their confidence begins to crack. I remember my ex telling me, oh, she gonna get her brother. Oh, you think I'm just talking like this because you? I don't care if you bring your whole family. I meant what I said. And let me tell y'all something. Let me be very honest and candid with y'all. I cannot express no more than what I do. I am not speaking for other men. I can't tell you how to behave. But let me tell y'all something. I ain't the type. Let me tell you something. Even my ex, their brothers say, you know what? That little nigga ain't scared. I don't care how tall you is. I see none of that. Now I can't speak for you. That's when it comes down to spirituality. I say, listen here. You might be scared of that individual. When I say scared, I done already assessed the situation and what I can do about it. Huh? I done already discerned and looked around and seen what I got to do. I already see my way. The Lord is my light and my salvation. And whom shall I fear? The Lord is the strength of my life. So I'm not out here just jaw jacking. I'm already surveyed my background. When I came and I felt like my wife's brother wanted to get down physical with me. When I walked into play, I put my back to the wall. Because I need to put myself in position. So if I got to fight everything in here, I ain't got to watch my back. Because if you're a real warrior, you position yourself at all times. When you you walking into a hostile situation, you must be prepared. What real man that as a lion and what real man as a priest of his house walks in a situation and have not, like a spider, set himself in a corner where he can get the full circumference of what's going on in the room? How you don't understand where you can position yourself in life or in a situation that gives you and your family the strongest position in the situation? I don't care how bad a situation is. You should be able to assess what we need to be in this position because this is going to give us the best advantage, the best outcome. That's what she going to respect. That's what your son's going to respect. And if they see you know how to do it, then you can teach it to them. That's one thing about my kids. They're constantly being able to test what I have taught them. They don't have to be in Florida. What I taught my son is working in California. What I taught my son is working in Georgia. Because it's universal. You're not going to get no respect because there's no depth to you. Because once you're not thinking about, you know what, as a man, in order for me to have stability, I got to have more than one thing going on. Because if this fall or this, you should be always thinking about securing the bag. Because you can't have no kingdom without no resources. That ain't something she should be having a conversation. If you're into men, that ain't a conversation that he should be having with you. Not when you say you the top. You head of household. Why you ain't got nothing for a rainy day? That fragility and trying to have conversation with tender dick. This is why I be telling y'all, when you come into contact with people and you're not really assessing the fact that you are constantly used to dealing with men with fragile egos, and you get in a relationship with somebody that has depth to him, you're gonna have a hard time because you're used to being able to attack his sexual prowess. You ain't all of that. See, that stuff don't work with me. The name calling, talking about what I ain't, gathering up enough people again that are in line with you. I don't give no F's about none of that. Huh? You crying and acting like I done something to you, that don't move me. Huh? You lying about how much of a need you, all them head games right there, certain ma'am, I'm so beyond that. That stuff moves him. You trying to make him feel bad and making other people look at him a certain type of way, gonna change his decision, that don't work with me. Here's another one. Once they realize how shallow you are, that's when your confidence begins to crack. Your confidence is easily shaken with words, with rejection, and with setbacks. Huh? She sits there and she watch you through your trials. And she watch how you respond. If you think that chaos energy is not observing you, you know how many women have gotten turned on watching me go through trials? You know how many men have got turned on watching me go through trials? Let me explain something to y'all. People watching. As Tupac, they call me Apostle Tupac, all eyes on me. When people see how you handle circumstance and situation, that's why they see your masculine energy begin to expand. They don't watch you allow a setback to cause you to step back. They don't watch you. They don't sit there and watch you allow rejection to cause you to be denied. When you hear me say, I'm going to get what God got for me whatsoever, whether you do it or don't do it, it's going to get done. That's masculine energy. Huh? Telling me about there's a wall and standing in front of me. I give Jericho. You can call it Jericho. You can call it Jericho. You can call it to whatever you want to call it. It will not stop Apostle Ely. Only thing gonna stop me is the Lord, good Lord, coming down and say it's your time. Other than that, that's a wrap. Because where there's a will, that's also Mars energy. You don't have no willpower, sir. It don't take much to shake you. Too many bills buckle you. Too many challenges buckle you. Too many people talking about you buckle you. Too many people got opinion that buckle you. But you out here talking, my God. Here is Job. Here is Job sitting on ash after being challenged by the spirit world. Sitting on ash. And Job's wife told him to curse God and die. And he stood on the promises of God. When a woman can actually sit there and watch you as a phoenix rise from the ashes. You talking about beauty from ashes? That when a woman watch you get challenged where they done destroy everything you have and you rebuild, oh by side. You talking about some wet pussy? When a woman watch you operate in phoenix energy, rebirth, and watch the enemy come in and destroy, and you rebuild better. Oh, come on here, somebody, huh? That's your masculine energy. Even David, when the enemy came in and stole their wives and their children and everything they had, he said he went and got the ephod. That's when you did. When you find a man and he look at the circumstance and the situation and the courtroom papers and the eviction papers, he don't sit there and tell you to call. What he do, he go into the ephod, he get in priest mode, and he go and talk to God, and he say, God, shall I recover? All I need to hear is a word from you. And that masculine energy here from the Orisha, the Loa, the Impungo, his ancestor, he said, thou shalt recover. He said, men, Buddha, let's go. He don't sit there while the other men were wallowing in their fragility. Because they had lost their. David didn't do that. Watch the reaction of men when they go through situations. Sir, you lost a lot of respect because she watched what you went through. And she watched how you responded to that. You still need to fear and move forward. You still need to be uncertain and move forward. Huh? You still need to be in your get you some more understanding. Because the understanding you have today won't do it for today. You got to get you some more understanding. Get some more clarity. Because it's all about how you handle things in life. David put that ephod on, got him an answer, and then he went to war. You wonder why everybody, the men and the women, were throwing ass at David. When you the underdog and they know what Saul trying to do to you. David was sitting around there bitching, oh, Saul know I'm anointed. He hating on me. He don't want me to take over the kingdom. No, he dealt wisely. Not only the women that were dancing was wet, the men that sitting up there in the army and with all the armor on, they was wet too. What manner of man, what manner of masculine energy is this? But you want to prepare for this thing called life, and you're not allowing other energies to prepare you for that. You don't even know that that's what causing her not to have certain levels of respect for you. There's women on here, at any time you want to chime in, tell me where I'm lying. She no longer looks at you as a husband and provider, even though you're good in the bedroom. She looks at you as a human vibrator. Because she know that's after you do that, that's all you got to offer. She know after she get the money for you, that's all. You don't have a strategy for your resources. That's why you can give your money to your woman, because you don't have a vision for your family. Because if you had a vision for your family, you would need your own resource to bring that vision to pass. Therefore, you could not give her your resources. She can tell by how you respond where your head is. Listen, I got a lot of, you don't have to take my word for it. There's a whole lot of women, smart, skilled, experienced out here. At any time, tell me where I'm lying. After you beat that pussy up, you still need to get that yard together. So you can make y'all look good. Let me tell y'all something. It's too many women, because they mothers have, you want cookies and milks for the responsibilities you're supposed to be getting. You're supposed to be doing. I don't need no amen for being a father, because they came out my nuts. If you want to amen me for doing for something or somebody else's child that I ain't had to do for. But what I brought into the earth, that's my responsibility. Let me tell you another one. I told you I'm gonna be real with you, and I'm gonna tell you why it's fragile. And I don't care how much you hide behind your job, sir. I don't care how much you hide behind your hoodoo, your voodoo, your Santeria. The reason why a lot of these men out here making bitch moves and cannot speak up for themselves as men, because they don't know how. They never were taught how to address other men about situations that they may have a problem with. They never have been taught how to support other men in endeavors without pulling bitch moves or trying to undermine that next man. When you have no substance behind your good looks, behind your sex, behind your sports, this is where you have the problem. You got to have substance. The Bible says, now faith is the substance of things hoped for and the evidence of things not seen. There's got to be more to you than just the tree. What's the substance of who you are? Your essence. Do you know enough about your chi, your prana? Do you know enough about your vibration, the depths of your own energy? So when you practice hoodoo, voodoo, Santeria, when you as a father pray, your prayers avail much. My children know that it is my prayers that move. Their mother got prayer lives, but if something ever really happens, they're not turning to their mother. They're going to turn to me. And that's something I earned. That ain't something nobody gave me, because that takes nothing away from that feminine energy. That is because there's substance here. And that's not because Apostle Ely is rich. You don't have to be rich to have substance. You don't have to have a PhD to have substance. What is the nutrients of being in a relationship with you? What do people get out of supping from your table? Do they get healthy, or do you put garbage in their life? The reason why she doesn't want you talking to y'all's son is because you have no substance. Her son is not going to grow healthy. She already realized she has made a bad decision, so that she don't want your mentality guiding y'all child. That is not that she's not acknowledging you as the father. She realized that you have no depth, and she's already made that mistake, and now she's trying to make best of her decision by doing what she did. She's already come to that conclusion, because there's nothing about your life that has substance. Because anybody can get a job. Anybody can get a business and pretend to be prosperous. Anybody could get out here and pretend to be beating their chest. Huh? See, you can be a bodybuilder and taking more dick than a little bit. You understand? So your muscles don't mean nothing to masculinity. Because you strong for no reason. You got a deep voice for no reason. You got hair on your chest for absolutely no reason. You got hair on your nuts for no reason. You got hair on your ass for no reason. You actually got a strong back for no reason. Because there's no substance. Hearing you talk brings no substance. Hearing you being involved in this, it brings no substance. And that's not her fault. Because somebody can lie on your substance all day long. But it will always prove to be what it is. You can never deny substance. That's why the scripture said, now faith is the substance of things. You can act like I am not a vital part or instrument in your life all day long. My substance. It speaks. You can go out here and emulate me, say that Apostle Ely, I can do what he do all day long, but if you don't have the substance, baby, I know you don't have my substance, because I have gone through to get substance. All you're doing is trying to emulate what I am doing, and that's the easy part. Huh? All you're doing is sucking dick. You ain't trying to have a relationship. All you is giving up ass. You ain't really trying to have, you there's really no substance in you. I'm not going to compete with somebody that is not out here for substance. Because I already realized that you like Chinese rice, huh? Between a burp and a fart, you gone. You burn one candle, you think that will change your whole life. You pray one prayer, that you have no substance. You're not people of substance understand what it takes to have substance, to formulate substance, to build something. You the one like keep playing with fragile men, because right now it makes you feel strong. You know how much power it don't take for you to break somebody living in a glass house? But do you know how much power it takes down? How much power it takes to bring somebody down that's rooted and grounded, who's built upon a solid rock? That's why your mama was able to handle your daddy like that, because he didn't have no substance. Huh? I got 3 strong women as baby mama, and they none of them that threatened me with child support, none of that shiggity. I told that my ex-wife mother, I said, you think I'm going to stop making $100,000 because she want to put me on child support? You done lost your rabbit ass mind. Huh? I'm going to be all I need to be. I gives no damns about this system. I don't give a damn about the poor. I'm going to rise to the... And guess what? I might have to go through some hurdles. I might go through some valleys. I might have killed a couple bitches on the way. But I can promise you this. I'm going to reach my destination. That has always been my mentality. Huh? Always talking about what somebody trying to do. If you want to stand as a roadblock in front of me, sir, man, do what you got to do. And when I bust through all y'all asses, huh? All you're going to do is be a part of my history and my resume. That's it. But I'm going to get to my destination. And that's willpower. You the one afraid. of racism. I don't care nothing about it. Huh? Because guess what? You could I'm finna say something, I ain't trying to be vulgar. People can be racist and still give you some ass. They'll have sex with you and be just as racist. Huh? They'll buy you something to eat and still be racist. I can still be blessed by my racist friend, and all that stuff that you using as an excuse, because your masculine energy gonna make a way for you. Your gift gonna make, you need to be, when people see that you are authentically operating in your own power and your own chi and prana, they're gonna respond to that. But when they know that there's nothing else behind that, they're gonna play the waiting game. That's why most of them police officers know when they put your man in jail, just give him a couple hours, he gonna be telling his mom and everybody else. It don't take nothing to break you. A little bill trouble, a little marital trouble, you can't take it. You were never conditioned as a man to endure hardness as a good soul. You have never been given the proper tool to be able to handle certain, and you got to be around men that are constantly out here evolving and developing. So therefore you can utilize those tools, and then you start applying those tools. You just want to walk out the gate and think somebody no, it don't work like that. In that case, every lion will have the same respect. And they don't. And you would know that as a man. Women also watch how you interact with other women in front of other men. It is truly, sir, how you carry yourself. And this is why we're in areas in our life that I feel so very sorry for so many of you all, because these men ain't trying to hear nothing. Because y'all have made these men feel like all they got to do to be with you is present some of these qualities. And after you get with them, this is why you're unhappy, because there's no substance behind it. After he presents his good looks, that's all he about. And that's why he got to go from woman to woman or man to man, because all he has to offer is the cover. But when there's depth, that you can be in a relationship with somebody for 3 hours, 4 hours, 5 hours, when there is substance there. But when there is no real substance to whatever he is doing, when all he can do is talk about himself and not interact with other people, that means there's no depth. He's shallow. Because somewhere, Justin said the book of, I know that's right there. And he got it open book. They got, and the writer, the author of that book is you. You don't want to tell the story. Huh? Why when she read your book, she don't find you fascinating? And a bitch can't read, ain't got no business in a relationship. Because if reading bores you, ma'am, that means your mind is not stimulated, and we have no reason to be in a relationship in the first place. And some of y'all look at men and women as parts of the body, so you need a picture book. You need pop-ups. Because all you want to do is a dick to pop up in your mouth, pop in your pussy, pop up in your ass. And that's fine too. Find them kind of books. But when you're trying to actually live this thing called life, you need somebody that has a multi way of looking at life. So therefore, you can go from drama to thrill to horror to a love story, romance. There's depth to that man or woman. The levels of experience, that's Jupiterian energy. This is why many of you guys, when you talk to me, I bring so much comfort, because I have depth to me. I don't have just one aspect of life that I can talk to you about, or I don't have just one type of experience that I can talk. That's why I can guide you and say, no, you need to look at it like this. You need to open your understanding there. This is why I tell people all the time, I don't tell people what to do. I share wisdom, knowledge, understanding. I can tell you don't have depth to you because you're not used to eating a full course meal. You're not used to eating things of substance. That's why people like me offend your ego. I'm trying to show you that you can have more in life when you are more than just your money, when you're just more than just your dick, when you're just more than just your spiritual gift, when you're just more than just talking about you the man, you the husband. When there's depth to who you are fascinating. You're a unique individual. They can spend all day in you. Have you ever been with somebody that you don't mind being all day around? You don't have a problem spending all day listening to them, being in their presence. And the only way that is possible, sir, you got to have depth. We done all been to amusement parks. We've been in there about 30 minutes. We done. They just got different booths with a different name over there, but it's the same stuff. Where's the resolution to who you are as a masculine power? Shango. Shango, everybody know, go to the king. That's why Shango is the king of the religion. When you are the priest of your house, the prophet, the mouthpiece of your house, how many of your prophecies come to pass? How many times when you say something, that security comes into your household, that peace falls from heaven? And this is the conversation your ego don't have the ability to have, not only with a man, but even the people that are following you. Because if you're truly strong and confident, you can have real conversation where people can actually disagree with you. Actually be able to have a conversation with the people that don't necessarily understand your angle of things. When you cannot have hard conversation, whether it's spiritual conversation or natural conversation, you're not ready to lead anybody. And you should be able to continue to lead even if people leave. Does a falling away affect your confidence? There are women that'll walk out your life because they feel, and they have seen it happen to other men, you gonna crumble. You know how many people done tried them same antics with me, and they try to snatch it, and it never works because my confidence was never in you. There are men that do these same bitch moves. He learned that from his mama. He don't know how to deal as a man. He feel that if he snatches something for you or minimize certain things for you, then that makes him a man. No, that makes you a man that's operating out here as a female. How about you gave her what you gave her and you maximize what you gave her, so she realized that it was about who you were, not about what you gave her. See, when you got the thing, you gave up the blessing. See, one thing that I do, I leave a mark behind. It's because she can always find another dick, but you won't find this dick. She can always find another tongue, but you won't find this tongue. That's Age of Aquarius. This is the uniqueness of being in your energy, your chi, and your prana. Because if there's no substance, there's no value. When she can walk out her door, or he walk out his door, and find another you just like that, sir, you ain't did your job. You ain't did your job. You ain't did your job. Huh? When she walk out the door and she been out the door for 48 hours, she should start getting frustrated. Because she keep running up on other types of men, other types of women. She going to start realizing this ain't an everyday thing. I done messed around and walked off from something that is unique. Huh? And there's consequences from walking off of this uniqueness. Huh? And sir, ma'am, that take time. That take evolution. And that take a man committed and devoted. You don't have to look. You can look at my life and how I live my life and the things that I do in spite of what other people are saying and doing. You can realize that there's certain character. And this is why some of y'all so used to dealing with ragged ass men. This is why you have issue with people like, because you feel like you can give him some money and talk crazy to him. You can, because that's what you used to. Your mama did it with her daddy, you doing it with your man. Your support don't cause you to usurp authority to me. Huh? Because as long as I got to lick your pussy, you're going to act like a woman. I know my metaphors and the way that I'm just Sagittarius. That's how I talk. That's how I try to bring awareness. What's up there, Renee? I was looking for you. Somebody else had post 69, and I thought about you immediately, Renee. But I say these things because that's why I'm here. Because 2024, we got too many fragile egos out here. And nobody is allowing them in these ATR. They're hiding behind these titles. And then when you get there, they pulling all kind of maneuvers, just like women. Because at the end of the day, they don't even know what they want. Over half of them don't even know what they want. They don't even know to apply themselves in certain types of energy and frequency because they think what they're doing in your life is good enough, because you can't have that conversation saying that, you know, I've been over what you've been doing. I've been over your sex. I've been over your level of education. I've been over your level of skill set, how you interact and respond to life. I've been figured that out. And I have been bored for many years. Because if she tell you that, then you're going to think that's an attack on your manhood. That's an attack on your expansion. That's an attack on you not evolving. Because to be in my life is to understand this evolution. And you can stay up all day and night. You're not going to. All I'm going to do is transform and transmute. I hope this. To get depth, you're going to have to put the work in. And it takes time to dig deep in Mother Earth, in the universe. And it's too many. It's too many, sir and ma'am, out here that cannot interact because they have no substance. And all they want to do is do a pissing contest. Urine is urine, sir. This is why it's a difference between sweet dick Willie and just a dick. Huh? How many people are proud that they done had your dick in them? How many people praise the day that your dick walked in their life? I'll wait. How many of your exes are still coming back for counsel from you? Because they know there's substance there. How many of your exes understand that they have messed up? And you don't want to learn because your ego, your fragile ego, because we all got ego, your fragile ego, because you have no depth in you, sir. You think me and you on the same level. And that in itself is ignorant. Because there's nowhere, whether you're on social media, you talk the way that I talk. You don't have the information I have, and you don't want to learn, and you don't want to invest in it. And so therefore, when you get challenged, like just like any of us men out here, you're going to fail those tests because there's no substance to you. There's no depth to you. And when people interact with you, they already know it's just a matter of time when you run out of fuel. That's why you can go into 2024 not getting graveyard work. That's why you can go into 2024 not getting the tools you need. And that's why you can. And let me tell you this, sir and ma'am, I've been practicing magic since I was a child. I'm 51 years old. Most men pay for their own demise. And what do I mean by that, sir? She utilizes your money. That's just how much she don't have respect for you. Because you don't have no depth. And you don't have no substance. She used your money to keep you under control through voodoo, Santeria, Lakumi, all of the spirituality. And when she get tired of you and want her new man, she's going to use your money that you giving to her to bring you to a full end. And then she's going to live her life. Chaos energy. And I don't need an amen to that. That's just what I see and that's what I deal with. And if you want to be a part of that statistic, you continue doing what you're doing. Women have been doing it for ages. That don't make them bad, evil, or nothing. It is chaos energy. And if you ain't got masculine energy to defend yourself, sir and ma'am, you're going to be a part of the madness. If you came in the beginning of this or intermediate of part of this, go back to the beginning. Find you a brother that you really care about. Find you a man, a masculine man or a masculine woman that you really care about. See, size does matter. Huh. Well, we can tell why I can't go down on nobody. That's why I respect all of y'all that can swallow things like this. I have mad respect for you. I need to find me a shorter one. Yeah, here go a shorter. This is something I can work with. That's why I don't get mad at them. If they can't do it, they just can't do it. Some people can get their throat beat down like that. This is why we want, with all the throat chokers out there, we want to thank God for y'all. Instead of you getting mad with him going over there getting his warm thrusted, you should thank him or her, because they doing what your throat can't do. You in there hacking, coughing, all of that, instead of letting that throat choker God that is anointed and appointed to handle business for you. Because you didn't equip yourself like that. You didn't train yourself for the sausage that you asked in your life. Huh? Now he want to put your legs up. You talking about it's too deep. Pull your leg down. For what? This is what you prayed for. Stop hating on other people because they are positioning their equipment for what they're asking for. Y'all hear me? Stop hating on other people because you done sat there and listen to somebody else tell you how to handle somebody that got fragile ego instead of teaching you how to deal with a shark. And I'm not saying every one of us gonna bring certain situations to the circumstance. I don't care who that is. But if you're not prepared for dealing with a man of such caliber, then all you're gonna do is frustrate yourself. All you gonna do, and y'all, let me tell y'all something. Some of y'all been listening to me a long time. Not only do I know what I'm talking about, I have a resume behind. I'm not out here just spitting something I read in college and something I went out psychology and stuff like that. I'm telling you about how I'm able to utilize this same knowledge in the world. I know what I'm talking about because I have implemented it. So I'm being honest with you so you can stop lying to yourself and come up with a realization why you dealing with what you're dealing with and make a decision as a grown woman to say whether you're going to continue in that and you're going to sit down and have that conversation with him. When I sit there and tell you, instead of you arguing about the inches you don't have, don't let her go get the dildo. You be man enough. You the one don't have the inches. This is what upsets me with men. Why would you let your wife go and get a dildo when you're the one that needs the additional inches? And let her privately go and please herself when you can go in there and get and say, listen, I have brought the rest of what you need. I'm man enough to understand that I came short of the glory of God. But I'm here with the rest of the glory. And I'm going to practice with this so I can give you and fill your cup. Because that's my duty. It ain't your duty to go out and find the inches for you. I got them. I'm going to get them for you. Because this is what you need. Or vice versa, however it goes. All this, you grown. What's wrong with you getting what you need? So you can make sure your house good. But no, your ego. And because you got some pride, instead of losing your woman to a sweet dick Willie. Because once he hit her from the back and go through the front door, sir. Huh? Sir. Once he hit Henry from the back and make Henry get wet and skeet like that from the back door, you're not going to be able to compete with that vibration. And your ego can't handle that. So if you take the information I'm giving and get past your ego and get the information and the teaching that you need and support where you can grow and develop as in your own arche, then guess what? Life gets better. Huh? Then the respect that you out here screaming and clawing for, it will come with it. You don't have to chase it. You will attract it. She said, yes, Chief Apostle, talk to me. I'm trying to tell y'all. I am really trying to be as honest and direct as I can without teaching the ATRS mystery. But let me tell you something. Some of y'all is struggling because you can't even have a real conversation, that you have to go to another man. Because you already know. You cannot, you already know. If he can't handle your conversation, he damn sure can't handle my conversation. And I'm not finna argue with a grown man about what he don't have. If you ain't sitting here investing in me to help you get where you need to get, and you like it, I love it. It don't bother me, because my dick gets sweat. When I want, how I want, and for as long as I want. And guess what? I am used to being begged. That's that's the life I'm used to being. Please come give me some. Please. I'm sorry. And I can be in the wrong. That's what I'm accustomed to. That ain't something I got to get used to. That's something I'm used to. So if that ain't what you want, sir, man, continue to live your life how you live it. But as for me, it must get greater. It must get. And guess what? I don't deal with. I got Moon and Mars. Mars don't respect weakness. And some of y'all, that's where the leakage is. You want to know where the leakage in your relationship? Because the truth is, she see too much weakness in you. And you as a man ain't learned how to cover your weakness around your woman or your man, however you get down. Because you need to establish a certain level of respect and honor before certain weaknesses are being seen. That's why when David was laying in the bed in his old age, he still had the respect of the kingdom. I'm going to say that again. Why David was in his bed, could not perform with the young woman, he still had the respect and the honor of the king, because he had already established himself. See, masculine energy seeks to establish himself first. You're too busy being out here trying to be seen. You have not established yourself. You have not made your mark. And you would have if you have not been out here playing these bitch-ass games. All right, thank you so much, sir, man. Y'all see me a little later on today. I got to get this stuff done, but I'm really upset about our melanated men out here. It's too fragile. You can't have real conversations with them. It takes more, sir. I know what your mama. It takes more than having a dick. It really does. It takes more than just having a job. Chaos energy don't work like that. And that ain't nothing she's doing. That's just who she is. And especially if her chaos energy has masculine energy, if she has more willpower than you, she's not going to respect you, sir. She's not going to respect you. And buying her things does not bring about respect. She got to see how you operate in this light. That's what gets the GOAT. The more you endure and the more you conquer, the more turned on she going to be. And him too. Because sometimes you can turn on just as many men with coming through stuff than you can women. And that's real talk. Ain't nothing shallow about what I said today. If this helped you, comment up under this video. If this helped you, hit that like button. If this was real, comment behind this video. If this matters to you, if this helped you, then take out the time today to comment on this particular video and share this particular video. So it ain't going to be about what you said. It'll be about what Apostle Ela said. Because I'm man enough to deal with your man. Like I have dealt with men married to women. And I have told men to their face, if I was fucking your wife, she would not be with you. Because you can't come behind me. I can come behind you, but you can't come behind me. Because I put work in. Huh? And when I get through taking her to Nutsville, you don't know her zip code. You don't know her address. And so therefore you would never be able to please her again. If I take your daddy right now and I go and beat your daddy back out and pull his spine out and put it as a cross on my wall, you're never going to be able to find him. He's in the depths of Sillyville. He's at the bottom with Olokun. And he ain't trying to come out. He's at the bottom because I took him there. Huh? Ain't nothing like being able to take a bottom to the bottom. Play. I don't play games. All right? I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. If you want to learn, let's learn. If you want to grow, let's grow. But if you put the tomfoolery, it's plenty other practitioners and spirituals out here that you can go and entertain yourself right on over there. But over here, this is for grown people that want to do real magic, want real answers, and real resolution. All that claiming. And if you're going to be a woman that want to be a man, I'm going to beat your back out like a man. I have no problem with that. I ain't here to make nobody do nothing. Whatever you present to me, I handle it as such. All right? Huh? God bless.